journey into the work that I do now was purely accidental, but my interest in issues of social justice, so I'd rather not call it civil rights, probably just call it social justice. My interest in issues of social justice was primarily just really a function of my upbringing. I grew up at university campus. Both of my parents were quite involved. My father was quite vocal about what he thought, how he thought universities should be run, and the types of people he thought should run universities and thought should run the country. Discussions around governance. His field of study is public administration. So his discussions around governance and public administration were a part of my childhood. So it was an easy thing, in a sense, for me to walk into, given my background. But a choice to do it now, as I do it, in a sense, as a job, quote unquote. I mean, be something I'd love to do as something I do on the side as a citizen who just contributes my quota to making the country a better place. But as it is, that's something that I do as a job that has evolved really purely by accident. A friend invited me to a protest in 2010. I attended because I thought the issue was just, and the idea of flying to Abuja to go and make noise seemed like a good thing to do. I went. And after that, in reflection, it was more like, well, we can't protest every time we're upset about something. What do we want to do? Elections were coming up. We thought, why don't we channel the energy of young people into participating in elections in a meaningful way? At the time I was doing my youth service, I had time on my hands. So I would take notes of meetings and things of that nature. We got grant money. So Enough is Enough was founded. We got seed funding to appeal to young people to participate in the 2011 elections. The person we hired started in January 2011. She quit in February 2011. And because I'd invested quite a bit of time in the sort of back end of Enough is Enough, it was like, okay, you run it till elections. Elections were April, I believe. And then after elections, we'll hire somebody. I said April 2011, 9 years later, they're still trying to figure out something else or hire somebody. So my walk into it as a profession was, or not, I wouldn't even call it a profession rather, as something that I do full time. Was purely accidental, but my passion for it was a function of my upbringing. And I dare say to a large degree, even now, a function of my faith. And a third bit that I would add to it is what I call just being selfish, really. Because I just believe I deserve better. I believe my life has a lot more to give. My life has a lot more meaning. And it makes no sense to me why a small group of people should determine the quality of my life to this degree. And that's what happens in a sense with governance. The people we elect or are appointed to manage the affairs of the state determine the quality of our lives. And I just don't think they're doing a good job. And I don't believe they should have this much influence over my life.